Funny old start to the morning. Woke up a bit later this morning. Yep, Sunday morning lame. And I didn't go to bed late. So I let the dogs out in the garden. Oh, someone put a thingy the other day. Someone applied to be a friend. Yeah. Using a local name. I spotted it. But the geezer ain't got no hair. Right. That said, let's move on. Right. Let the dogs out. Tell the dogs to be good. We can hear the kids out in the garden playing happily. Not a problem at all. I trust my dogs. Right. I've walked back in here. I've moved to the window. I've then had to open the window because the dogs are behaving away from the fence. I see the child alerting the parents, the father getting the mother out. The mother rushes out to the back garden to rush to hang to something on the line. The father pushes a pet in the back garden. All while the kids going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Right, I've seen it. I've opened the back window, this window. I said, I'm watching, I'm recording. Just spotted this, that and the other. I'm aware one of the decent neighbours is out in the garden working quietly to himself. Don't say no more about it. I've just had to get my shorts on, get my vest on, go out there in the garden with the dogs. That's the end of that game before it even started. Then I noticed them move towards the fence to explain to the guy that's quietly working by himself what just happened, and it weren't nothing to do with them, and I said something to them without them saying anything, but I've just seen and described and said it out the window. So he's already aware of what I've just spotted, what's made me come out in the garden. Sort of just walked back in the bathroom, got my trowel, started going around the perimeter fence, clearing up dog shit, the dry stuff, not the fresh stuff, just the dry stuff like little stones, flicking them in the bucket. Not saying a word, just seeing my dad standing by the fence trying to explain to the other neighbour their actions after I've watched the whole thing being set up. Born yesterday or what? No. So I just simply said to Hulkster that was eating grass, watching me clearing up his little dog turds, I said, listen here, you little turd monkey. I said, you give me shit, I'll clear it up. We move on. Happy days, eh? Which was what I told the guy the other day when I spoke to him. The one they're trying to influence at the moment. I'm not trying to be their friend or their enemy. The people that are trying to play a game. Yeah, you got pets, yeah, you got kids. Okay, we'll get on with your life then. Last time I tried to interact with you, it didn't go well, did it? Because you gobby misses. So, you leave me be, I'll leave you be. Dogs are leaving you be. Don't be creating stuff to get a reaction and get caught out. Because that just makes you look stupid to your next door neighbour, doesn't it? Who's quietly doing his own thing. Then Lucky's owner came out with with young Lucky, just to let me know he was out and about now. Yeah, he would have overheard that being said from his bed. Would have watched from his back cameras, watching her talking to her next door neighbour. So he knows what's going on as well. He's not hearing me going like, oh, what'd you say? Blah, 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 blah. He's not hearing none of that. I'm just quietly having my coffee, having a cigarette, waking up like I would have done if I was allowed to lay on my bed and wake up while the dogs was out peacefully in the garden and I. Still a bit fuzzy-headed, do you know what I mean? But I'm not reacting to nothing, am I? Quietly remembering my dad as I wake up. My usual Sunday morning routine. I just didn't need to be clearing up dog shit first thing in the morning, did I? But I was doing it just to keep myself focused. Just the dry ones, not the fresh ones. Yeah, lovely sunny day. I'm going to try doing a bit of rollering today. Chuck a few burgers on while I'm doing it. Have a happy day. Got salad, have I got cheese? I can't remember if I've got cheese. I think I've got cheese. If not, we'll have lamb burger rolls and roast taters or something. A bit of veg. When I've done it, I'm saving the cutting in, and I for when he turns up on that day, because I'm going to be doing that when he turns up. And then I'm going to be pissed off, and I, because I've got to stop what I'm doing to show him around the house, all filthed up, covered in paint. It's like, all these fucking distractions stopping me from doing what I'm doing. It's slowing me down, and I'm already doing it slow because I'm disabled. But you're getting free labour, eh? Anyway, what's wrong with it? If you see my point. Well, you're criticising me because I'm disabled, aren't you? This is a disabled bungalow, isn't it? Well, I'm still making it better. Leaving stuff behind that are improving the quality for the next person. High-speed cables through the loft. Air conditioning through the place. Security box in the floor. It's being left out along with the keys if I leave or die. What they got to do is put the carpet down over the top of it, isn't it? What else will I leave behind? Yeah, whatever I've upgraded to the property. It'll be like that, won't it? Because I'm just at the stage now where I'm changing my environment. Same as I did at the end of my sentence, and I. So, if they don't like it, I'm only changing my environment, aren't I? Which means they have to give me something better when they free me. Or leave me be. And I start creating a happy life. I know they ain't going to stop me, so just moving me to another place is just like moving me from here to a cell, isn't it? And back again. Ain't going to change nothing. So they've got to address the actual problem, haven't they? What's been the problem all along. And the problem ain't me. I'm just reacting. Right. This is how the landlord's going to say it. Right. You called him names. He told you what's what. Right. That's the end of that, isn't it? Why'd you keep playing games with him? Why'd you keep trying to get him to react? Oh. Right. So your game's over then. Landlords are aware of that. Right. Landlords are aware of what's going on next door. That side. He's watching since we made peace. And if he's asked, he'll say, well, I'm just seeing how it pans out. Right, they're happy with that. I don't bother her over the back. I know she's scared of the dogs. She uses that. They use that. Right, that's the end of that matter, innit? The fence is being done. When I'm ready to do it. Because I'm having to pay for it myself, not the landlords. I do it at this speed because this is what I've got to do. Right, that's that problem sorted. So everyone should then be happy, shouldn't they, as far as the landlords are concerned. Right. Why does that not... why is everyone hesitating and... because they've got these preconceived notions about me from what's been said around the neighbourhood. All the bad mouthing about me. So they've got all these preconceived notions. Now they're learning. Well, actually, that weren't true. That weren't true. That weren't true. That weren't true. He just said that because he didn't like him and he was making himself look good. Right, okay. There you go. Yes, that happened with next door. Yes, that guy did that to me. Yes, I did that to that guy back. For that. Right, that's all that over. Right. Take away the bad mouthing. What are they left with? Oh dear. We've underestimated this guy. We've assumed and assumed and assumed, and now he's proven us all wrong. Don't we look stupid? Because he's still walking around, don't give a fuck, still saying the same story. And we've been fighting against him. And now he's just telling us basically to our faces, look, I can see what you're doing. You're so predictable doing it, you're making yourselves look stupid now. Stop. Please stop. You're embarrassing yourselves. And he's right. We know it. It's like a little game. Yeah, he's right. That's the point that I'm at today, and how we're doing video-wise now. That's 14 minutes worth of video. Neighbourhood problems. Yeah. Don't give a fuck about it anymore. Just getting on with my life and that. Right. Let me explain it from my point of view. As I go and get my antidepressant. Seeing as neighbours are watching this shit. Obviously. Right. Not recording neighbours out the window, am I? I said I was going to put an SD card in the security camera, didn't I? Because they keep fucking about up in the fence. So I'm not leaning out the window recording her or the kids or anyone else. I'm discussing the actual problem. Right, antidepressants. For the build up to prison and that, from that time. Yeah? when, for being told I can't defend myself against someone that's trying to kill me, I must lay down and die. I'm not allowed to react. I'm not allowed to defend myself. If I defend myself, I go to prison. But these same system also want me to be available if a war kicks off and go and kill people for them, go and hurt people for them. And that's not in my makeup. I do the dirty work I'm directed to do, but not with guns, bombs, bullets or knives, and especially not for the agendas what are behind it all. Right, that name. I'm unfit to work or serve. I'm disabled. If I struggle on doing my disabled stuff around the property, in my life, I'm proving that. See, the ones that are playing games with me are also the ones that are on the same benefits, not in my position. So if ever that does happen, I'm going to be waving goodbye to their husbands, aren't I? As they go off to do the government's bidding. Right. Now those men that have been taking the piss, thinking this, that, the other, who's the hardest, blah blah blah, the missus said this, I've got to do that. Right, now you're in a position where you're being told to do it again, aren't you, mate? Are you going to do it? Or are you going to be at home protecting your family? Because when you're gone, you got to trust me that while them fighting man away, I'm keeping an eye on your families. For the marauding groups that are going to come trying to attack them, thinking the men are all away, let's take our chance. We ain't got nothing. You know, those boat people that managed to get out of the conscript. Oh, you didn't think of that, did you? So what I was saying the other day might actually turn out to be true in the future, mightn't it? Now, the names I was called would have got me killed in prison. Rumour, hearsay, could have got me killed. I faced it. And what? I came back, and what did I say? Because they never took it back. So I still come back. Still stood in my garden. Was talking to a relative on the phone being overheard, and I said, yeah, I got called that name. If that was the case, then that would have happened. So again, I can stand in my own garden and say, suck my dick, bitch, for saying it. Just to try and start a fight to get me locked up. And the neighbour they're complaining to, saying we ain't heard a thing, we ain't said a thing. He's still laughing, thinking like, well, you did say that and you ain't taking it back, have you? You ain't said sorry to him publicly yet, have you? And he's still You know, every time you try, he catches you doing it. But he's not turning it into a big thing, is he? He's just saying, noted. There you go, other neighbours. That's what I just spotted. And you're falling for it every fucking time. You're falling for your own game. That's what that neighbour's going to be pointing out to him. Because they complain about him as well. Now he's the peacemaker, they all go to him because he's sensible and he's just head down getting on with his what he's got to do in life. He's got his 2 sheds up, he's got his thing going on. Do you know what I mean? Not my business, I don't talk about it. But the man's got the same illness as I have, emphysema. Yeah? And we just want a quiet life. We don't want all this neighbourhood bullshit. I'm 1 stage behind Dave at the moment. But he's already asked me that question. He said, out of your mum and your dad, he said, which is the hardest to lose? He said, because I've lost both. I said, yeah, I know, I saw Dave. Respect to you. Respect to your family. So it's how we carry on, innit? The legacy, what we leave behind. He said, that's the one. He said, so just ignore everything else, yeah? I said, yeah. So he knows what I'm like. They don't. So that's why they go to him to try and influence and back up their story. But he already knows what's going on. Good man. That's a local family that's always been here since I guess the Second World War, because his mother was like my nan's brother. She was a Polish immigrant after Polish-German immigrant after the Second World War. Brought to this country after Hitler changed all the borders. So her Poland became Germany, or the part she was living in. So she's called German, but really she's Polish. You know? So I see his story and I see my story, and then I see the others that are just fucking about. And it's like we just want to get on and honour our ancestors and live our lives, do you know what I mean? And we're, you know, and the rest of the little clique that have all been there all their lives since way back, they're annoyed that the council have moved in outside of families. But it's the Crown's selective breeding programme, innit? What do you think housing estates are? What do you think herd mentality is? Why do you think the older families all look the same? And everybody knows everybody in the village. You know? Family that plays together stays together. So that's why the council decided to move outsiders into the what they class as estates breeding stocks. Because there's genetic history of inbreeding because of the way the government's done it, the new groups stick to each other, the old cliques stick to each other, and as everyone settles into the neighbourhood, time moves on, the older ones die off, leaving the kids, and the kids all play happy together, because no one's taught them about ignorance and fucking racism and all that bullshit, and political fucking bullshit, and they end up getting together with the local families and that. That's how the top of the tree see us, normal folks. And they just breed amongst themselves and keep all the money together. So money goes from one family to another family, they all inbreed together, and it all stays within the family, the money. You know, that's how the top of the tree do it. By watering down everybody else and dividing and ruling families to get their desired effect of what they're trying to recreate or what they're trying to breed, just like they breed dogs, but on a bigger scale with humans. What are they trying to breed as a final result? Because it's something that they need to incorporate into their breeding line. You find that you're a millionaire overnight if you've got something they want for their breeding line. Your whole life changes overnight because they can't take it. So they've got to make you and your family like them to get what they want from you. See what I mean? So while everybody else has been running around building their little empires and this and that, and I've got this idea for that, and da. I've been working out why they've been particularly targeting my family. And if I'm right, I know my full worth. Why do I record it like this now? Because I'm saying it ahead of time, and I'm leaving it as a video. So if it doesn't work out like I'm saying ahead of time, then everybody can laugh and say, ha 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 ha, he was having a flight of fancy while he was having a doob, bless his little cotton socks. Fancy imagining all that sort of stuff. What a simple man. Or just maybe those at the top of the tree are screaming, tell him to shut up. You can't expose that sort of stuff. I even heard that when the Rothschilds took over the English UK economy after Waterloo, they blackmailed the royals over it all and took control of the breeding programme. So they are basically, if it's true, pimping the royals for the best price of the breeding stock. What's controlling the areas that bankers control. right? Lucky's barking, or is it Dave's dog, little lady dog barking? It's Sunday, so there'll be delivery trucks out there, Marnie, dropping people shopping off. No one's banging on the door. Shut up. Don't need to turn the cameras on. Doesn't feel like that, does it? You're just showing off to the bitch there. Right, so that's this morning. I haven't even had a chance to turn on YouTube yet. See what wonderful things I've got to distract my mind with today. Whether I'll choose to learn or just enjoy myself. They're waiting for their pat cuddle and their dinner. I'm having my morning medication. One for arthritis, one for depression. The depression started before I got locked up, when I was worrying about my kids going off the rails while I was locked up. Knew it was coming, and I knew it was going to be a bad reaction. And I was desperately trying to get their mother up here so she could keep control of it while I was away. Because my mind was focused on my father, and I needed her to step up. So I quietly went around about arranging all that, getting all the funds in place, lending that to them, that to them, that to them, because I knew it was all going to go to that, and she'd end up here, and boys' birthdays money was left on the side there when I left the house, plugged. On a one-track journey. So, that's how it all culminated. But before I was like waking up in the morning, where everything was getting too much, I was waking up in the morning thinking, can't do this no more. What's the quickest way? It needs to be done now. Open loft hatch, rope over that, overdose, no, quick. It's got to be quick. It's got to be done now. That's the point I got to. And I spoke to a parent. She broke down and cried and let it all out, what really happened in the past. Because it had just played out in me. Because something weren't right and I couldn't put my finger on it, just like I've been told would happen. Huh? So that's why I'm taking the antidepressants. The punishing story I heard over and over again, all the way through my childhood, into adulthood and beyond to now, was about that. And it had just happened to me because it wasn't stopping. That's what it was actually about, the hatred. Right? And I got to the same point in my life myself. So that person had made me go through all that to make somebody else go through all that as he was dying. Write him a letter, I was told. It's alright, there'll be a shower chair. Little dig, I was told. Got offered the shower chair in there, see. Write him a letter, I was thinking while I was in there. And she's trying to push my buttons in there, trying to get me to extend it all. He's now involved because she's contacted him. I didn't. Didn't want to involve him in it all. He's too ill. See how it's all come to this point now. Why I'm talking about it this particular morning. Right, now that's some fucked up shit to do to your child, isn't it? For its whole life to do that to it. You should have been loving and caring for it. Instead, you're hating it and filling it full of hate, trying to sway its mind to keep it close and keep it away from the other parent. That's hatred. That's not love. Starting arguments with, weaker relatives, knowing they've already had heart attacks and then causing them a heart attack, then taking over that branch of the family. Then my dad rings me up telling me he's in hospital with his heart, and I'm thinking, right. Then I was given the choice, mum up here or mum down there. And I chose mum up here. Dad knew I'd chosen the right choice. So don't worry about nothing. Got no regrets. How my family is now. That's my priority, not any YouTube videos, beefs or anything else. But it's interesting working it all out. Takes my mind off of what I'm explaining here. See, what I've been doing was, when I was feeling like that, it was all going inwards, not outwards. Once I worked it all out, then instead of reacting with anger, I chose to utilise it with the inner energy, the being a slider. It's a lot more constructive use of energy, that's all I can say. I don't mind you cleaning your back paws at all, little Miss Piddle Puddle, before you come on my bed. Get the laundry done today, can't I, while I whack a coat of paint over the wall. And let it settle in. I'll check the weather radar first though, because there are a few clouds up there and they're a bit dark. But if we've got a sunny day today, with not much rain, it's got a breeze, the paint are dry, and it's humid out there anyway, so air dry. It's a third coat, isn't it? So I'm confident it ain't going to run off the wall. Then I cut into the red brick work at the bottom where the damp course is, and down the side of the gate post from the air vent by the kitchen window, and down to the official borderline on the dividing fence on the side of the window here. That's why I've done it that side, like that, and not to the fence line of Murphy's fence, because he's given up a bit of his garden there. I don't want him to, because it's not about me taking anything from him, is it? I'd rather he just, well, talk to him about it. Don't just put it up because I live here. You're giving up your territory, aren't you? Tell them it's not fit for purpose, the chain link, and you want to put a better fence in its place. Get them to agree to it over the phone. You don't need permission there and then, do you? From that point, just get on with it. So he then moves his posts over, turns his panels round, gets to paint both sides of them as he does it. So we're doing that now by everyone doing their own thing, learning from their own mistakes, however they're doing it. No one's saying, well, you've got to do it this way. You do that thing, you do that thing, you do that thing. Right, I'm the idiot, right? I'm just going to say this out loud and leave you all to think about it. Right, I'm doing that bit. I'm helping that neighbour there, because he's more disabled than me. So I'm not a cunt, am I? I'm only helping someone that done me a good turn. Yeah. He kept an eye on my house when all you lot was trying to get access to it and trying to get the police to kick the door in while I was out, while I was away from it. So I'm going to help him with his thing because he's done right. While we're doing that side, we're doing it the correct way and showing you all how to do it. All the neighbours that have been doing it the correct way all along are still doing it correct, and we're still showing you. So you've got the idea now. We don't need the police, we don't need the council, we don't need the landlords to do that, do we? Because we're all working together. No one's judging no one. No one's assuming this or that about them or them. Everyone's living happily. They've got their own lives back. And left it at that. So this morning when we get that, they're still doing their thing, aren't they? I'm still doing my thing. Dave's still doing his thing. Next door's still doing his thing. But he's aware of how he wants to do it as well, and he's thinking, yep, and he's even said that out loud. Yep, that's the way. Right, they're still doing their thing. Right, the good neighbours are coming out when they hear me comment on something and I'm pointing something out loud. So they're coming out and they're taking notice of it. And then the others are trying to explain their actions away to them, and they're like saying, no, he caught you doing it, and we was out here, we heard it. We know he's telling the truth. He's just pointing out the things we couldn't see. Go and do what you're doing. Let me get on with my thing. Right. There you go. Oh, Marnie. Who's showing his authority first to the dinner bowl? There you go, bitch. You get your head in the dinner bowl while I go and claim top position. Watch it, girlie. Get out of my new trainers with your dribble jaw. Go up there. Alright, Holster. You left her a gap? Yep, they've left you. Come on, come round. Come on. Come on. No, stay there, Marnie. Stay there. No, you're blocking a path. Right, lay there then. Willow. Little lady. Little fatty girl. Come on, up there. Stay there, Marnie. Up there. Come on. That's it. There you go. You get to lay with Willow. And look, she's sniffing you. Marnie said, okay, I like what you say. Good morning, Willow. Not had the morning cuddles yet? Have you not had your morning attention yet? Hang on, don't get jealous, Marnie. Good boy. We need to tell her she's beautiful in the morning, don't we? Are you a beautiful girl, are you? Are you a beautiful girl? Where's my kisses? Where's my kisses? There's a good girl, that's what you need. Oh yeah, you need your beautiful girls time, don't you? Yes. Oh, thank you. Because you're the new one to the pack, aren't you? Eh? You see me doing it with mine. Holster automatically, don't you? And you feel left out, don't you, baby girl? Go on, have a chew on my hand if you want to. Go on. You want to play, don't you? You're getting all playful. I'll have your foot. Give me that one. Give me. Yeah. Oh, getcha. Oh, getcha. You want a belly rub? Do you? Oh, look at you, no spots. Let's have a look at you. Yeah, look at all that. Look at it, you got a few nibbles there. There's a new one, but that's where that end goes low to the ground, isn't it? Let's have a look under your armpits. You're giving her ears a lick, are you? Yeah, nothing in your armpits. Good girl. There, all the bumps have gone. Ooh, is that nice, is it? You're going to roll off the bed, fatty. You're going to roll off the bed, fatty. Good job, I've got quick reflexes, look. Come on, you're heavy. Get up, fatty. Lip up, fatty. Come on, you can do it. Come on, there's a good girl. Oh, you didn't expect that, did you? You didn't expect that. Don't worry, they both done it. Marnie's fell flat off the bed, he has. Rolled straight off, and Holster. They look so shocked afterwards. Hey, yeah. Are you my good girl, are you? Are you? Yeah, you like it here now. Are you trying to bite me? Are you trying to bite me? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll get ya. Yeah, Holster will rescue me. Yes, he will. Oh, thanks, Holster. Get off. Get off me. Don't you start biting my holster or my toes. Get off, I'll get you. Yes, I will. There's a good girl. Nah. See, I'll get bits where you can't get to me. See. See, I'll get things what I'll get you in places where you can't get to me. Like that. Yes, can't get me, can you? Ha 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 ha. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. You can only make funny, slurpy, snorty noises. I'll get you with that. I will. Hulkster will tell you about that. Get off my pillow. Wait. Don't start taking it out on my pillow, bitch. Oh, I'll have you. Oh, get... Ugh. Willow, get off his Dairy Lee. Alright, you do your dog thing. Yeah. Move, Hulkster. Move it. Move. Move. Thank you. Do that on the floor, you two. You little hussy, you. And you, if Marnie catches you doing that, you're in trouble. Yeah, you, little hussy. You won't have it. Marnie's laying down on the floor at the moment and he ain't got a clue what you're up to, Hulkster. Right. That's better. Now I can go and make my cup of coffee and get ready to do the painting. Got my day planned out in my head. Just got to manifest it now, haven't I? Start small, aim big. Wonder what sort of music I'm going to play today. What sort of mood? Bit of Dragon Force or something. I don't know. See where the mood catches me. Why am I doing this? I think there's some there, isn't there? Right, let's finish doing this and then I'll check. It's going on old school automatically there for a minute. Yes, there is. Didn't need to do that. Like I said, even doing something as simple as that, rather than something become a crisis. Yes. But when it's easy enough to do that, just do that instead.